What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back because it's time to sell a couple of cars. And I think I know exactly which two I'm going to put on the chopping block today. Now, I've got a lot of cars to choose from, and I'll be honest with you, this one sits at the top of the list of cars that I should probably get rid of. I haven't done anything to this. It's a 98 Crown Vic Police Interceptor, and it's just been sitting down here. Something's got to get done with it. The Impala, the 2016 Impala, that's a possibility. The 1999 Ford Taurus SHO with the 3.4 liter Yamaha V8 engine. I think I'll hold on to that one for a minute. In fact, I think I'll hold on to the Impala for a while too. That car is doing really well. My 2009 Maserati Quattroporte S. This one, I'm definitely going to put on the chopping block today. I've been saying it for a while, but I'm actually going to do it. Today, we're going to get it into the shop. We're going to try our best to clean it up as best we can, make it look good for pictures, and then we're going to get it listed on Copart and get it ready for sale. My 2016 Ford Taurus SHO Police Interceptor. This one, also a contender, one I'm considering maybe letting go. But I really do enjoy this car, so I'm going to hold on to this one a little longer as well. The, I don't know, 2000, I don't even remember. I don't remember what year this is. 2008, maybe 2010. I think this is a 2010 Audi Q5 Quattro Premier Plus or Premium Plus, whatever. That one will be coming up soon, but it's not ready to go yet either. I gotta clean it up and get it ready. The Kia Forte, this one, 2014 Kia Forte that we had lost the title on. We finally got a title for it. I've been saying for a while we need to get it ready to go. So this one will be coming up soon, getting ready to go down the road. And then my 2008 Audi S4 Quattro V8 6-speed manual transmission, convertible. This one I would really like to go ahead and get rid of. I would like to let it go. I drove it, I played with it, I had fun with it, I enjoyed it. It's a good car, but I've got, well, as you can see, I've got a lot of cars and there's more in the shop. So it's time to definitely cut some of these loose. Unfortunately, the place that I bought this car from ran into a bit of a problem with the title. So this was actually supposed to go to TK's garage. He was out here, he was ready to buy it, and I could not sell it because there is a, I don't even know what the title issue is. It just has a title issue. This is a clean title car, guys. It's ready to go other than the title problem. So why don't we walk on over into the shop here. Oh, thank goodness for that air conditioning. The SSR, the 2003 SSR. This one, I have no intentions of getting rid of anytime soon, even though I haven't been able to drive it at all. It's just sitting here waiting for me to put all of these parts on it. We've got so much to go into this car, guys. We've got rear coil springs, rear shocks, front coil springs and front struts, trans fluid and filter, antifreeze, rear differential fluid, rear differential cover, transmission pan, transmission filter, drive belt, air conditioning belt, spark plugs, plug wires, fuel filter, water pump, thermostat, air conditioning tensioner, idler pulley, main tensioner, wheel caps, tires, radiator flush, air filter. Is that it? I think that's it. Monkey Wrench Mike and I are actually going to be working on this very, very soon, which brings us to the 1940 Chevy Master 85, the sedan. Yep, I said for a long time that I'm ready to sell this, and I think today is the day we put it up on Copart and we see what it can do. But before we can do that, I think I'm going to just wipe it down. It's got a few little spots from dust and stuff on it. I mean, it's probably hard to tell in the video because the paint, it's pristine. This thing, it's perfection is what it is. Oh, I locked it. Well, don't worry, it's got remote keyless entry too, guys, which is pretty amazing for an old car like this. There we go. Remote keyless entry, power windows, power locks, air conditioning. Yeah, it's got it all, and all of it works. Oh, and don't forget power seats out of a Porsche. So LED lighting. I literally, this car has everything. The interior is perfect because it hasn't been used. I took it to one car show. I won first place. I won $300 at the car show, and then I donated that $300 to the local senior, I think it's the Senior Citizens Nutritional Center. They needed help with money. They're low on funds, so I donated my winnings to them. And after that, I've done nothing with it. So I think I'm going to grab some ceramic-coated spray, and we're going to clean the outside of this up and get it ready for pictures. So before we get started cleaning this up, I got to give a special shout out. I just checked my mailbox, and I had this. This is really cool, from Automotion Unlimited, wholesale auto outlet in Ozone Park, New York. Definitely go check them out. Thank you for sending this. A police interceptor Ford Taurus. Tell me that isn't cool right there, guys. That could go right here. Look, I collect these things now, and it's going to go right there with the rest of them. And I'll probably put one of these on my toolbox there. So big shout out and thank you to Automotion Unlimited, wholesale auto outlet. Now, next, I've got my, you guys recognize this. This is my old Tornado, my Top Don Tornado 4000. This thing has been a lifesaver. I've used it for a long time. It was sent to me for free to try out, and I have been trying it out ever since. It's been over a year, I'm sure. This battery is what came out of my 1999 Ford Taurus SHO, the V8 Taurus. I don't know how old the battery is. I don't see any dates on it at all. No, I see nothing. But anyway, this battery was completely shot when I got it. This thing would not take a charge at all. And now, as you can see, I did a repair on it. We have this repair setting right here. I did the repair, it completed, and then it charged it 100% to normal. So now we're going to see just how good it is. We're going to put my other little tool here. This is my Foxwell battery tester. All right, this is a BT100 Pro, 13.2 volts. I mean, that's great, but that doesn't really tell you the whole story, does it? Because you could have 13 volts, but you might only have 2 amps. You know, 2 amps isn't going to start a vehicle. It's a regular battery. The cold cranking amps on this is 650. So we're already almost there. Let's just drop it down to 650, and we'll see if this battery is usable or not. That'll tell us if the Tornado really did its job. Good battery. 634 cold cranking amps. Look at that. See, for those of you that are skeptical of whether, you know, this is a good product or I'm just trying to sell you something, well, I only get like a 4% or 6% commission on Amazon. I mean, it's not like I stand to make a lot of money. What it is it's a good product. It took a battery that was completely drained and wouldn't work, and it turned it back into a battery that works as good as new. It's back to rated condition. So that shows you right there. Now we can plug it into the Taurus, and hopefully the Taurus will run just a tad bit better with a strong battery. All right, well, I took the liberty of slicing my finger on this stupid battery. I got it installed, and I found a couple other things. The ground was totally loose, and so was the positives. So I've torqued everything down and put the battery back in, and you know what? It might actually start like it's supposed to this time. If you didn't see the first video, well, this car is supposed to be a run and drive on a red light, which means a run on a red light, meaning it starts, but there's no guarantee that the car would actually drive. Fired right up. Not a problem. Anyway, whew, it is hot. Okay, we turn on auto, max AC, and turn it on 60. There we go. Good night. It is so hot out here today. The car wouldn't start. And I played around with some fuses. I looked around under the hood, checked relays, and for the life of me, I just couldn't figure out why the thing wouldn't start. It had power. The dash and everything came on. Well, I would almost be willing to bet that it might have had something to do with, number one, a really bad dead battery, and number two, all of the terminals and connections being loose. It seems to run like a top now. Before we get on to the 1940, just going to take her real quickly up the street and back, just to make sure everything is still, oh golly, ow, Oh, that's hot. It's so hot in here. Ah, my legs. That's the problem. I'm wearing shorts, man. That's not working. That's not working at all. We're just gonna take it for a quick spin, shut it off, start it back up, make sure that everything is good. I wanted to get it out of here anyway. It's sitting kind of in an awkward spot here. And unfortunately, I'm gonna move it out into the field of shame, or the field of doom. I haven't decided what to call it yet, but when cars go there, they typically stay there for an extended period of time. Oh, that V8 sounds so nice. You probably can't hear it over the air conditioning. Yeah, we got to change the fluid and filter on this because the first gear shift on this is a little sluggish. It definitely shifts, and it shifts crisp when it does, but it seems like first gear it hangs on a little bit too long, you know what I mean? But it drives great. That's perfect. That is perfect. So far, I am really happy with the little Ford Taurus, but that's not what this video is about. So why don't we get this car back to the yard, and we will go try to clean up that 1940, go snap some pictures, and get it up for sale. That way I can provide you guys a link in case you're interested in bidding on it. All right, let's turn off that air conditioning. I can never remember how, there we go. Turn that off. Open this door real quick. Listen to that. Oh, it sounds so good. Let's just make sure one more time that it'll fire back up. Oh no. What is going on with that? What is going on with that? So I guess it wasn't the battery, was it? Could it be dirty ignition contacts back here? One more time. It fires right up. That's what it's got to be. It's got to be dirty ignition contacts. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me. So that's something I'll have to keep in mind. I would lock it, but no, we'll go ahead and lock it. Yeah, there we go. She's locked, and now she's here with, well, the rest of the fleet right at home. All right, let's go take a peek at this 1940, and let's also not forget that I also want to get this Maserati listed as well. With as hot as it is out here today, though, I'm going to need to get this in the shop and let it cool down a little bit before I really do too much messing with it. So here's what I'm going to be using today. Not sponsored, this is just what I use. Greedo's Garage Ceramic Speed Shine. Bonus 15% more. Don't remember how much it costs, don't remember where I bought it. I just know that I bought a bunch of stuff from this company and it has worked great for me. Of course, I've got a gentle microfiber cloth towel right there. And I'm not going to even time lapse it. You're not even going to be able to tell a difference, I don't think. I'm going to do a little section and we'll come back and I'll show you and you can tell me if you see a difference or not. The main thing is, I don't know if you can see, but there are water spots. There's some dirt on the car, some dust I should say. It's just a few spots here and there because it sits in the garage all the time, but I want to get those off before I go taking pictures of it. All right, I said I was going to do a little section and I did just a little bit more. I did half. I don't know, can you even see the difference? I think you can. Yeah, you can clearly see a difference. Look at the difference in the reflection between this side and follow it over to this side. Yeah, that stuff works great, man. And I mean, I thought it looked good before. Nah, it looks phenomenal. Just look at the reflection in that fender. This thing is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to continue finishing this thing off. Then we're going to take it outside. We're going to upload it all to Copart. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that we can make a little bit of money on this car. All right, well, being in here isn't going to do it much justice, is it? It's going to have to go outside, but take a look at this beauty. And I'll tell you right now, TK told me when he was here just the other day, he said that I probably should sell this at Mecum coming up in Louisiana. He said this thing would probably bring big money at Mecum, and part of me is thinking about it. It just seems like such a big risk to have Mecum come and pick the car up and ship it all the way down there and hope that it brings what I want. Like, I paid $28,000 for it. After shipping and all the work I did to it, I've got 30 grand into it. And that's a lot of money, but I feel like it's more car than the money I put into it. That's how I feel. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody else is going to feel the same way, right? That's just how I feel. But anyway, there it is, the 1940 Chevy. We're going to take it outside. I got let me move some of this stuff out of the way. The keys, dual key fobs and everything. And of course, the book that's got everything in it. Like, everything is in this book for this car. So it is time. We take this thing outside. Let's go try to find a decent place to take pictures. Let's get it up on Copart's website. All right, I got the air conditioning on. It feels nice in here. Roxy's in the shop cooling down, but she doesn't want to be bothered with anybody. She's just hot. That poor dog is just hot. All she wants is just chill, relax, a little bit of air conditioning. Just like me. The air conditioning in this is vintage air, and it works absolutely phenomenal. The air conditioning in this is just ice cold. Exhaust note is perfect. Look at that. Now, where should I take pictures? That's the question. Maybe I should take the pictures where I won the car show. I won the car show right here on this corner. Try not to get it dirty. The thing I hate though is the pictures. I don't want to take the pictures around this building. You know, these buildings are all like falling down, and yeah, this. Let me see if I can find a decent spot to get some pictures out here. Well, now I leave it up to you. What do you guys think of the 1940 Chevy? Hopefully this is a good spot for pictures. I don't know. I mean, it's not the greatest. Maybe I could move it up some. But kind of limited on places out here that are good for taking pictures. But there it is. I'm going to take a few minutes and get all this uploaded to Copart. Listen to that exhaust, will you? Oh my God, I love it. I love this thing. I sure hate to see it go. Uh-oh, I thought I got locked out there for a minute. Let's pop the hood. Boy, there we go. You can hear this thing breathing. Sounds like a fire-breathing monster. Listen to that. What a beast. All right, just like that, it's listed on Copart's website. I'll show you the listing here in just a minute, but as you can see, all the gauges work. This is your temp gauge, fuel gauge. Down here is your volts, RPM, speed, oil pressure, sitting right at 50 PSI. You got a little clock down here that I can't figure out how to set, and this is your transmission temperature. Sitting idle like this, it ain't gonna go up. I've got the AC on super low, and it feels nice. There it is on high. We don't even need it on high. Just air conditioning on low. There you go. I can't believe that I finally listed this thing for sale, and part of me is a little sad about it, to be honest with you. But the hope is that maybe I'll be able to make a little bit of money out of this, maybe. And if not, then, well, I guess maybe somebody else will be able to enjoy it, use it for what it should be used for. Driving and car shows and, you know, really taking it out and enjoying it, having a good time. I love this car. It's been a long time since I've actually come out and driven it anywhere. And this one hurts. I'm not gonna lie, this one hurts to sell. Man. And you kind of forget how much you really enjoy it when you park it for a month or two. You know, you just kind of forget. You put it up, you put it away, and you just kind of forget how much you love and enjoy something until you break it out and you take it back on the road again. The sad reality is there's a lot of car channels out there, you know, that are pretty much dedicated to old cars. I think they call these bombers. Isn't that what they call these cars, bombers? But I've heard them called that somewhere before. But there's a lot of channels that are really big, and this is what they do. My channel is not this. So while a lot of my followers enjoyed the content, the videos just didn't perform very well. And that's unfortunate. And the sad truth is that if a video doesn't perform well, if a certain vehicle isn't going to perform well on the channel, then it's not going to pay enough money to be worth keeping around for any, you know, long period of time. And unfortunately, this one just didn't do it for the channel. So down the road it goes, and we'll cross our fingers that it goes for some decent money. And then there's always the option of possibly sending it out to Mecum. No, I don't want to leave this out here. What am I doing? I'm about to park this thing outside, man. No. I'm about to put it out in the sun. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is one of my other cars, man. I was about to leave it outside. But anyway, there's always the option of sending it down to Mecum in Louisiana in September, and, you know, maybe it would do exceptionally well there. I just don't know. Well, this was the main goal of today. I also want to get the Maserati Quattroporte up on Copart as well. I was going to spend a bunch of time cleaning it and trying to get it all ready, but truthfully, I don't have the energy after dealing with this one, man. This, I put a lot of time into really cleaning this up and making her look her best. So, and God, it sounds good. Anyway, here is the listing. It is on Copart's website right now. I don't know when they're going to list it for sale live, but it's on the website. You could actually click on it, you can look at it, you can save it to your watch list and all that good stuff. The lot number is 64136923. That is 64136923. And I'll even put a link below the video just in case you want to check it out for yourself, put it on your watch list, maybe watch along and see how the auction goes. And if you want to throw a bid in on it or buy it now, hey, buy it now. It's $35,000. Moving on to the Maserati Quattroporte S with the 4.7 liter. That's right, the real Ferrari engine. It's not a fake. Unfortunately, air conditioning doesn't work in here. But the good news is there's no check engine light on. It's the only light on the dash not on, if you can believe that. We got ABS, we've got whatever this other yellow light is, stability control, which probably is because of ABS. I'm assuming there's some kind of a ABS sensor that's dead, but really that's it. You've got a TPMS sensor, you've got an ABS sensor, and like a traction control sensor, and that's it. Like, that's it. Other than that, hold on, let me make sure, am I not... Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not backing into something. It's got no backup camera, which sucks. And then, what else is there? Oh, the suspension. The clunking, rattling suspension in this thing. It's, I forgot all about that. Well, now I remember. Now I remember. Highway Patrol just rolled by. I got a story to tell you. It was funny about this Maserati. The other day, Nick wanted to go for a ride. He'd never ridden in this before. So I took him out. I took him out for one of those. Just a little rip, you know? And this guy started filming me. He was tailgating me and filming me, and it looked real, you know, ominous. It was like, whoa, what is this? What is this guy doing, right? Well, I ended up pulling over because I thought maybe the guy's filming me. He thought it was a cool car, and you know, he was just filming me because the car was awesome or whatever, right? No, that was not the case at all. He was filming me because he was angry. He was angry. I don't even know why. It's not like I was doing donuts. I wasn't doing burnouts. I wasn't doing anything. I just romped on the gas a couple times and took Nick for a ride. It was no big deal. And this guy, when I pull over to talk to him to figure out if he's wanting to get, so I thought maybe he knew me, saw my videos, and was wanting something. I don't know. But anyway, I pulled over and I went to talk to him, and he's like, "You better park that son bitch. I'm calling the law." I was just like, that's how he, I swear to God, that's how he said it. "You better park that son bitch. I'm calling the law." Nick is looking at me. I'm just kind of like sitting there in disbelief. I'm like, what? So I just looked at him and I said, "Cool." And I smashed on it and left. I don't know, man. I gotta list this car for sale real quick. That story was just, I really thought it was somebody that thought, "Oh wow, Maserati, you don't see these kind of cars out here." You know, I thought he was just filming because he thought it was a cool car. So I was trying to show out a little bit for him. You know, I was really hammering on it so he could hear the exhaust and everything. No, it turns out he was trying to get video evidence against me so he could call the law. All right, well, we're gonna have a video soon on this Impala. A couple things happening with the Impala. It's going to the auto spa for a full detail, polish, interior, everything. We're going to get it as good as we can, and I'm really hopeful the interior comes out. If not, we may end up having to put a couple front seats in it. No big deal on that. The cop car, I just came out here and aired up all of the tires so it can roll better. And why would I do that? Well, because I think it's high time we get this thing in the shop and try to figure out what's going on with it, see if we can get it running. I'm actually looking really, really forward to this car. My goal with it, I don't know yet. It depends on how bad a shape it's in, but I think my goal with this one, I think I would really like to take it to Maaco. I want to get new headlights, new corner lights. They're all cracked and tore up. The windshield's busted. Replace that, get police interceptor wheels and tires for it if I can even find them. And then I think I'd like to take it to Maaco and have it painted either all black or black with the white doors like they used to be, and then the black back. You know, black, white, black, something like that with police interceptor wheels. But we've got a long way before any of that can happen. The Maserati Quattroporte is now up for sale at Copart. There it is. It's ready to go. If any of you are interested, it's going to need some work, guys. And for me, it just doesn't make any financial sense. But maybe for you, it's something that you'd want to play around with. It's got the wrong front end on it. And that's probably the biggest downside to me of this car. It runs great. It needs front suspension, which isn't that big of a deal. You know, tie rods and a couple struts would quiet this thing up. And I think the upper control arms have bad bushings, if I remember correctly. It's so hard to remember what's wrong with every car that I have. But it's really not that big of a deal to replace those parts on the car. The big deal is it's the wrong front end, man. And from what I was told and from what I've looked up, the hood, fender, bumper, and headlights are all wrong. Like, you can't just get a different bumper and different headlights. They won't fit. The fenders are different. So you literally have to put a whole nother front end on it. From fender, bumper, hood, fender, headlights, it's all got to be replaced if you want to make it right. And between that and the suspension, and then the front seats, they're not torn up, but the paint or whatever, shellac that's on them, whatever that is, it's cracked and peeling, and, you know, I don't know, man. I hate to let it go, especially because it's got the right engine. If you're going to get one of these, you want the 4.7, and you want that ZF transmission. You don't want that F1. Nobody wants that F1 transmission. That F1 is clunky and, well, it's unreliable. You have to put a clutch in it every, 15,000 miles. That's the transmission you want. If it doesn't have that big stick coming out of it, you don't want it at all. So either a manual transmission or a ZF. It runs and drives down the road just fine. So here's what I'm going to do in case you guys are interested in the Maserati or the 1940. I'm going to put a link in the video for you guys. So in the description, and I may, if I can remember, I'll pin it in the comment section too. And yeah, I guess with that, we're done. I sure hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a hot video to make today. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next